John Brown and the Peculiar Institution, a picture book by St. John Bartel. 1800, Torrington, Connecticut. John Brown was born with a Christian sort of etiquette. His father, a deeply religious man, uprooted the family and set out for flatter land. The Browns settled down on a farm in Ohio. Here John worked and worked. He praised the good Lord for Ohio. Soon came the day John set off on his own. In time he found a place for his home. Quickly, so quickly, did his house fill, but even with 20 children, he felt an empty chill. John thought and he thought, and he thought without pause. His Christian teaching guided him to take up the abolitionist cause. So good John Brown listened to what the Lord had ordained, and he set off to make all the slaves come unchained. He took on a load when he helped the Underground Railroad, and he caused much delight when he established the League of Gileadites. A time when slavery was heading west, in 1855, Kansas was a mess. Congress was stumped on what to do, so they pushed the Kansas-Nebraska Act through. Elections were held to decide its fate. Would it end up a free or a slave state? Popular sovereignty was the intent, but they ended up with two different governments, one pro-slavery and one against. Aggressions came to a point with an attack on Free Soil, Lawrence. The pro-slavers got away, but not for long. John Brown was on their tail. He would correct their wrong. 5 men were caught, and each one was brutally murdered. But who could be decent to a disgusting slave herder? Even still, good John Brown saw his efforts were not enough. Solving this curious conundrum sure was tough. He thought, what the abolitionist movement needs is a bit of excitement. I'll gather my sons and we'll get real defiant. Harper's Ferry, of course. That's where we'll go. We'll need weapons if we want to continue this show. 21 men in total, plus their leader John Brown, marched to raid the quaint Virginian town. Guns from the federal arsenal would outfit a slave insurrection, a certain way to bring about the end of that peculiar institution. Unfortunately, the raid did not go according to plan. Robert E. Lee stepped in to stop the most righteous man. Lee exclaimed, "John Brown, you're coming with me. In Charlestown the noose is all you will see." And so John Brown did hang, but he hung with great pride, for he knew that through all this, God was on his side. However, even death could not make John Brown pause, for he quickly became a martyr for the abolitionist cause. His efforts on that fateful day were incredible. His legacy ensured civil war was inevitable.